And the Clippers also struggling a little bit on the road. Hey, heads up, Iron Eagle, this one's coming to you.
Oh,
Harden, that's coming my way. I got it. Unbelievable. I could see it from the beginning. Ed, you take over, my friend. That might have been my greatest call in NBA history. I knew it from the second it left his hand.
Iron Eagle is just a national treasure here. All right, 8:40 left. James Harden gets it poked away. The Nets get out in transition here. A feisty Brooklyn Nets team.
and one, young fella. Way to run the floor.
The Nets bench loved that one. Nets again up by 4. Spencer Dinwiddie. Brian, this is his shot. Ivica Zubac closes out.
Yeah, the Nets actually were missing 4 players in this game by the time it was over. This was a bad loss.
Let's take a listen to James Harden.
I'm just trying to wiggle my way in, you know what I mean? Like, trying to figure it out. Right, you know, it's okay. It's okay. 2 games, I'll figure it out. I just want to win, so it doesn't matter about the points or, you know, whatever stats. You know, I just want to win games. And, as long as we can figure it out, so you know, we're all competing, we're all playing at the highest level, and we're all winning games. That's all that matters.
First, James Harden was ramping up. Now he's trying to wiggle his way in. It's only been 2 games, but the Clippers, right, they obviously have plenty to figure out here. What concerns do you have?
So their offense was actually running really great. Not that I thought that they were headed for the championship, but the 3-man unit of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard were the best 3-man unit in the NBA on offense before the trade. They make the deal key rash. And look, Perk, they don't even look like there's any comfort level out there at all. Westbrook takes 18 shots. Harden takes 9. I know it's just 1 game in November. I'm not going to freak out about that, but, like, that's not moving in the right direction. They're going to have a really major retrofit here, and these first 2 games didn't go well. Neither the Knicks or the Nets had won at home this year, Malika, until the James Harden Clippers came into town. And this was a one that we did not foresee coming. I thought the Clippers were getting this one.
So the Nets were missing Claxton, Ben Simmons,
Cam Thomas left in the
Cam
game.
Johnson, and Cam Thomas left in the game. And Wendy, you know what? You brought up a point about offense. And Malika, you know when I put these glasses on, it's time for that segment. I saw something, and I see something. I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me.
Freeze!
Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. Yep, one of my favorite segments, because I get to point out what I see in the game, and I have spied a problem. And look, I told Malika this a week ago. I'm going to pray for Ty Lue. You know why? Because the first 5 games of the Clippers season, they were 4th in the NBA. 117.4 in offensive efficiency this season. Then you know what happened after that? Guess what? They made a move for James Harden. Now they're last in the NBA in the last 2 games for its offensive efficiency in this season. So I got a couple clips right here. I want to show you what I saw last night. So look, freeze for a second. Okay, look at the spacing. Look at the spacing. You have Zubac, Kawhi, Paul George. He draws 3. Kawhi Leonard is over here doing jumping jacks. Doesn't receive a pass. That is bad offense. It's something that Ty Lue is going to have to figure out. Okay, right here. Kawhi is calling for the ball in the corner. James Harden do what he does best, throwing a lazy pass. Kawhi is open again at the top of the key. Kawhi is the opportunity. James Harden tries to show the world that he still got his Houston Rocket bag. And guess what? A miss shot attempt. You look off the best player on the team. This is a problem. They're going to have to solve it. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. I already believe it's going to be a disaster in the making, but unless Ty Lue find a way to get...
He has 17 points, 6 assists in his first game of the season with the Clippers, but it wasn't enough to beat the Knicks. It takes time to gel, right? And Ty Lue, he preached giving it 10 games. So keep that in mind as you take a look at these numbers, right? The lineup of Harden, Kawhi, PG, Westbrook, and Zubats, they were minus 13 in the 18 minutes they shared the floor together. That is the worst point differential of any five-man lineup the Clippers have played this season. So Perk, what do you see as sort of the next step here to get the new-look Clippers to get their second game together and come out with a win?
You remember when I walked in here today? You remember what I told you what our MO is today? We standing on business. And you know I go to produce a big list. Today I'm going to take over right now this segment as the host because Kawhi Leonard had some interesting comments after the game when they lost against the Knicks last game.
No, it's going to be like that. We have guys that can score the ball. Won't be the only one. And I just got to be ready when my opportunity comes.
Anybody else got a problem with that?
No.
Why not? Like, what do Kawhi Leonard mean when his opportunity comes? He is the opportunity for the Clippers.
It means he's being selfless.
No, they need him to be selfish. Like, he's that number one guy. He's a two-time Finals MVP. He is a guy, when healthy, that is a top 10 player in this league. So at the end of the day, he should never be speaking like that. Like, no, it's Kawhi Leonard and then it's everyone else when it comes down to the Clipper. And you have said this plenty of time, Richard, when Kawhi, this team goes as far as Kawhi Leonard takes them, and it all revolves around his health, because we have seen time and time again when he rises to the occasion. And I feel like T. Lue got to nip that in the bud right now. And I'm not panicking. I'm just saying those comments shouldn't be coming out of his mouth. He is the opportunity.
Well, again, there's also an opportunity to be a leader. And sometimes when you know that your entire roster is filled with all-stars. And so Kawhi can say, hey, when my opportunity comes, I'm going to be ready, because he's sending a message to Paul George. When your best player is that coachable, when your best player is saying those types of things, he's sending a message to the roster. I have to be ready when my opportunity. Now, he knows. Kawhi Leonard knows who he is. He knows he's going to get the ball. He knows all of these things. But he's sending the message to Paul George. I got to be ready when my time comes. He's sending the message to Russell or Powell. He's sending that message that when the opportunity presents itself, I need to be ready, because that's the message he wants his entire team to have. This isn't about me. This is about the Clippers and how can we collectively as a group be better. So if he's saying that, to me, I feel like he's being a leader and just establishing that, hey, every night is going to be somebody else. Same with the words. It might be Steph. It might be Clay. It might be KD one night. But collectively, we have to do it that way.
I've got a quick fix for the Clippers. In James Harden's debut, they had the least amount of passes in that game and the most amount of turnovers. Can we flip that? More passes, less turnovers, and I think that'll put them in a good position.
James Harden said he saw unlimited potential, unlimited possibilities, even in the loss to the New York Knicks. They're hoping that they can flip that script, as you mentioned, Shanae.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jack from Jaggy Sports. And do we have a problem with the Clippers? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, the clip you just saw, Perk and Brian Windhorst, I get it. You know, they lost. They lost to the Brooklyn Nets last night by 7 points, I believe. James Harden had like 12. He was 4 for 9 from the field goal, only 9 shots. And Russell Westbrook, 6 for 18. Paul George had 24. I think Kawhi had like 18. And I know what you're thinking. Do we have a problem? Because before this trade, they were looking damn good. Now they're on a 2-game losing streak with James Harden in the lineup. And you're probably thinking, like, what the hell was the point of even trading for Harden, right? But the fact that remains is they are still trying to figure it out. The thing with great teams are, when you put great players on them, they obviously become great teams, because it takes them a while to figure it out. Sometimes they gel. Sometimes they gel pretty fast. Sometimes they gel pretty slowly. Like, for example, Miami Heat in 2011. I think they went 2-12 in the first 14 games. I'm not 100% sure, but I just know that it didn't look good for the first part. And after that, they became dominant because they figured it out. So anyone like Windy or Perk are saying, oh my God, I sense a problem, blah, 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 blah. It's not a problem, okay? let's just get that pretty much out there right now. That's not a problem. James Harden's going to figure it out. He's obviously going to take more than 9 freaking shots a game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the nature of the beast. When you're on a team full of killers, right, as they like to say, it's going to take some time. How much time? I have no idea, because now Mason Plumlee is going to be gone for 2 months. And rumor has it is that they're going to go after Daniel Theis, or Theis, whatever his last name, sorry. But that's a good pickup. That's a really good pickup, but who are you going to give up? You know what I mean? Who are you going to give up? So that deal could get done pretty soon, pretty quickly. And at the end of the day, you also got to think to yourself, everybody is trying to figure out early on in the season, because look at the Lakers. Lakers last night lost by 30 points. They're getting so many players that are injured. But when you lose to the Houston Rockets, a young team like the Houston Rockets, that's not a good look. When you got 2 of the best players in the NBA right now, but then again, Anthony Davis was not playing. Surprise, surprise. I think he had hip spasms or something. So Lakers got to figure it out. Memphis Grizzlies got to figure it out. Zion Williamson was not playing, or something, personal reason. I hope nothing too seriously. And there's a couple teams in the Western Conference that, you know, are slow to start, right? Just remember Lakers of last year. They actually sucked in the first half. And when they made that trade with Russell Westbrook, it took them a little bit of time to figure it out, but eventually they did, and look where it got them. So what I'm trying to say is Clippers just need some damn time. Whether they move Russell Westbrook to the bench, or whether James Harden moves the bench, which I don't think is going to happen, but the Clippers really need to figure this out, because for me, honestly, it's an easy one. Move Russell Westbrook to the bench. I know he sacrificed a lot. I know Russell Westbrook's played his tail off for the entire time that he's been with the Clippers. And, you know, he's a really good teammate. From what I'm hearing, that bogus news that he's a vampire, that was just media hype where, you know, they just try to get ratings, which was not cool. I remember talking about that when it happened. But all in all, if you want to win, you got to sacrifice. So Russell Westbrook needs to come off the bench, and James Harden needs to actually, you know, get himself feeling comfortable with the Clippers. And that's why they did this deal now, as opposed to the trade before the trade deadline. So on the flip side, 76ers look damn good. They beat the Boston Celtics last night, and yeah, they look phenomenal right now. They're the best team in the East. They took the #1 spot. So Clippers, they're just going to take some time to figure it out. I don't know how long, but I know they're going to take some time to figure it out. So my question to you guys is, when is that going to happen? Is it going to be a problem moving forward? Because I know NBA fans know their basketball. When they see a player like James Harden dominating the ball, but he's only getting 9 shots off, is this going to be a problem for the Clippers, or are they going to figure it out and win? Are they going to make the playoffs? Yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs for sure, but what's going to happen with the Clippers moving forward? We don't know, but that's what I'm asking you guys. Put a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Is this going to be a problem for the Clippers moving forward? Was the James Harden trade a mistake? And if it's not a problem, when will they figure it out? How far will they go? You guys tell me. Leave a comment in the comment section. As always, it's Jag from Jaggy Sports.